All right. Oh, Shelly's on too. We're going to have Shelly share a couple of testimonials. All right. Oh, got a couple more coming on. Just so you guys know, the ones that are coming in, I have got the recording started, and if you'll just mute yourself when you come in, that will help. I'm going to mute all. And I'll keep myself. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to our Wow Wednesday testimonial call. I'm going to go over this disclaimer real quick. The AO scan technology is not a medical device. The statements that we share here have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any diseases. If you are sick, please consult with your healthcare provider. So, what we do here on this call, just so everybody knows, is that we share testimonials on the AO scanner. It can be on the 660 band, it can be on the inner illuminator, the supplements, it can be on the Cephi dots, it can be on anything that our Solex company puts out. So if you have a testimonial, just unmute yourself and just come on in and tell us what you got. So I'm going to just open the floor up and let anybody that would like to just go ahead and share your testimony.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
I have a testimonial.
Go for it, Sherry.
I have a friend whose husband has just suffered with low back pain for years and years and years. And he is so bad that he has trouble being able to even sleep at night. He'll lay down and sleep for a couple of hours, and then his back gets to hurting so badly that he just has to get back up. And so, you know, he's sleep deprived really bad. He also has a pacemaker, and so he can't have an MRI in order to be able to determine what's wrong with his back. And so it's really been very frustrating for him. He also has bad knees. And so anyway, I spoke with his wife and I said, I really want to try an experiment on Johnny Ray and see what we can do to help him. And so I sent her some Cephi dots that I had programmed, everything pain that I could come up with, and insomnia wise. And she finally broke into him, and he decided that what was hurting him the most was his knees. And so he put them on top of his knees. And she said that within that first night, he didn't really feel any different. I also ran a program on him all night long of the things that I had selected for him. And so anyway, 2 nights in a row, I ran that program for him. And then the next day I texted her and I said, how's Johnny Ray doing? And she said, oh, Sherry, she said, he was able to sleep all night. She said, I went to church and then went out to eat with the kids afterwards. And she said, when I got home, he had just gotten up. He had gone back to bed and slept. And she said, he is a totally different person. She said, the pain is down markedly in all areas in his body, and he's finally able to sleep. And so she said, I'm so happy that we have finally found something that helps him. They've tried so many things. They tried CBD, and he's a vet, and it threw him into anxiety back being in, you know, the war again and things like that. And so that didn't work. And everything else that they've tried, narcotics and all of the things, just never did anything until she found Solex. And so I'm pretty excited about it.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. That is incredible. Anybody else like to jump on and share what they've got?
Well, Tammy, you know, I can be a hog on sharing, so.
Yay! I can't wait for you to say something.
Well,
Go.
let me see. All my long distance on the horses is absolutely over the top fabulous. I went to a ranch on Monday and scanned 6. Normally I would go do massage or chiropractic or something. Instead, I said, let's do this. So we did nothing but scan 6 highly bred horses on Monday, and that was remarkable. Even on a stud horse. I guess everybody knows what that is. Anyway, he was a different horse when we got done. And he had an injury that he mentally was dealing with. And once we got done scanning him, he just stood there with his little head down, just like, oh, I'm like a big dog. I mean, seeing it in person was fabulous. You know, and the lady is so excited. So we'll see where it goes. But you guys, I mean, I love doing it this way, but in person, it was like, oh my gosh. I get real excited though.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Thank you for sharing. If y'all don't know, Shelly is on our team and she's an amazing equine communicator, and she works with a lot of equines. So if you ever have any questions or anything like that, she has let me know that, you know, y'all can reach out and, you know, ask any questions in the team chat if you want, or you might reach out to her privately, but she is amazing with these animals. So I want to
Yeah.
share one real quick about this little donkey, and Shelly knows about the donkey that because I kind of messaged her about it, and I chatted with the young girl today, and she says from what she can tell, this donkey they were getting ready to put it down, and it just had a baby, and the baby's not weaned yet, and she sent me the picture of the donkey, and I was like, no, this donkey's not ready to go yet, and I think that we can do some things. So I'm doing some things pro bono for the donkey, just because this is a field I'd really like to get into a little bit more. Is I just have a passion for animals. So anyway, I messaged the gal and I said, "So how's Flower doing today?" And she goes, "Well," she actually seems a little bit better." And I went, that's great. It's only been 2 days. So what I'm doing is I'm scanning and optimizing the donkey in the horse in a horse scan. And I just sent her Cephi dots and some homeopathic pellets today to start using on the horse or the donkey as well. But I'm hoping that we can keep this donkey from having to be put down. So that's my little testimonial. I'm gonna let anybody else that would like to share something.
Hey, Tammy, it's Alice.
Hi, Alice.
One for you. All day yesterday and all night last night, I ran frequencies for 2 of my clients. His mother had just passed away. And I made one up for grief that contained a lot of the Bach flowers that I know are good for that. And then the other one was peace, everything that I could find for that vein. And then the third one was a deep sleep. And she said that when they went into the funeral home to make arrangements and started looking at the caskets, neither one of them cried. She said they had perfect peace throughout the whole process, and that they both had the best night's sleep that they've had in ages. So yay, Cephi frequencies.
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing. That is, you know, the grief is no joke, guys. You know, I've just been through some pretty bad grief, and a lot of people have reached out from my grief playlist because I'm telling you, it's incredible to use that, and it does help. So anybody else like to share anything? And if you don't know, just unmute yourself and just come right in and share your story, share your testimonial.
Okay, I'll share another one.
Okay.
I'm still working on humans in my office 2 days a week. Yeah. Anyway, the little lady today was in, and she's 81, and she's lost so much weight, and they're doing some things, heart failure and all this, but she was with her family and she was so uncomfortable sitting over there in the chair. So I said, let me try something. So I'm, putting everything in my little scanner. And pretty soon I see her, she goes, what are you doing? I said, well, just relax. I said, this is a new machine. I said, let's see how it works on you. Pretty soon I see her over there just closing her little eyes and her little head's just sinking. And her daughter-in-law looked at me and I said, it's okay, she'll be fine. And pretty soon she kind of just popped awake and she's sitting over there. I said, how's your pain? And she said, I don't have any. And she had been having pain in her back and on her tailbone because she's lost so much weight, And she said, Shelley, I'm pain-free, and left this office pain-free. I mean, I got chill bumps thinking about it. I was so excited,
It's incredible because, a lot of people, they don't even feel it when it leaves. But then when you ask them about it, they're like, yeah, it's gone. It's just completely gone. And then they're just so mesmerized by it. They don't realize that something so simple can work. So
so people understand, I had a full-time human practice. Okay. I have tried to get away from it. I'm down to 2 days a week, and it's probably my fault. These are the people that, I think, oh yeah, I still can do it. So anyway, one day I'll be all animals again.
Awesome. Well, we still have humans that need lots of help too, but
yeah, we do. We really do. And I think that's where my heart goes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to share that she's 81. And I mean, it was like remarkable to watch her little head just kept drooping, And she hasn't been sleeping and stuff because of the pain.
Yeah.
So her daughter-in-law's to let me know how she is.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. All right. Anybody else?
Shelley, can I ask Shelley a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Shelley, hey, this is Ann. I just had a quick question. Like, how do you use the scanner on the horses? Like, I mean, are you doing just the scans? Or are you doing the scans and playlist? And
yeah, I do the whole thing. I go into comprehensive or vitals, depending, and it depends on what I want to work on. Maybe I want to do the whole body. When I do the first one, I usually do the whole comprehensive, and then we see where they're going from there. But I put in the owner's name, birthday. I don't get the weight and all that. And then I put in like the horse, if it's registered, I put in their registered name and their registered ID number for the ID. And then if they don't have a picture, normally most of my clients are on Facebook. So I'll look it up and I'll take a picture off of Facebook. Okay. And then, so that way I have the horse picture and stuff. And then I just scan, and it's been pretty remarkable. But like, I'll go into, good, thanks, Tammy. Like go into comprehensive, and like I said, first time out, I'll do the whole comprehensive on the horse. And then the second, like I'm given 3 scans for a certain amount, because I feel like that they have to have 3 at least. And then I we'll talk about it and see where they're at the second time. And then I may just do a partial scan,
so how many days apart are the 3 scans? Are they?
I do them 3 in a row. Like, like I do the first one, and then I'll kind of talk to them, and then I'll do 2 more. And maybe if I need another one, I do that. Yeah, there you go. See, that's the vitals. You can do all of that. Or I'll use, that's the one I start with, Tammy. Yeah, there we go.
You do have to put, you always have to click the target, because you want to make the horse a target. Now, this is just a dummy horse that's in here for scan purposes. But when you hit that, just guys, that you can deselect everything and just select what you want to scan.
Yeah, that's what I did the second time.
Yeah.
Because if I see something that like maybe we need to target, then I'll go through and kind of check that. And then I'll do it for 2 more days. Maybe 4 treatments in a row, depending, because I work with a lot of feral horses, rope horses, dressage horses, real competition horses.
Yeah.
So you do it in one day or 4 days, did you say?
Usually 4 days. I do 1 a day.
1 a day, okay, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't explain that very well. Sorry. No, I do 1 a day. And 3 for sure. I quote them a cost for 3. And then if we need to do 4, I'll usually cut my one cost in half, the 4th day. So, and I'm not cheap, I'll tell you all right now.
How are the owners, like, how do they respond to all of this? Like, if they don't have a lot of knowledge about how it works, I mean, what is their feedback to you?
So far, I've been in this business, in the horse business, for 30 years. And being an equine massage therapist and a chiropractor, I can give them the feedback without diagnosing. Okay, I had to learn to do that. So normally I'll use a lot of words like balance. This is like right now I'm using optimized frequencies because it's more understandable for them. And then if they go, then I'll change that up. Well, here's the balance that we did on your horse, and so I usually talk in that type of language, you all, because they can understand it. Besides, I can't diagnose. Can I? Yeah, I have to be careful. But, I try not to, for the fact that sometimes they will haul these to their veterinarian. And I have a good rapport with the veterinarian world. So most of them will call me if we need to. Does that help you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, good. And don't be afraid to text me or even if you call and I don't answer, I'll leave a message. I'll get back with you because I'll help you all out as much as I can. But I'm an over the top crazy person in this world.
Hey, you're part of our tribe. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I love it. I got the best tribe in the world.
You
Yeah.
do. You do.
Before we move on, can I ask a quick question?
Go for it.
Tammy, I'm looking at what you're doing on the screen there.
Uh-huh.
And when I go in to comprehensive, I can't choose my pet the way you just did. Is it because mine
Do you
is
have a
dog?
pet loaded?
Yes.
Okay, now you cannot pick the other dogs. See, the dogs, they're not available with comprehensive, only a horse is.
Only a horse. Okay, that was my question, is because mine are dogs. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
When the
Those are
dogs are
great
available
questions.
or the cats are available, then those will light up and we'll be able to choose them.
So I thought, and I could be wrong, I thought I heard someone say a long time ago, I just got into the animals this week. I thought I heard somebody a long time ago say like they record their dogs making noises, but I don't see where we can even do an inner voice on dogs. That's not accurate. Okay.
No, because when you go to the dog reports, when you go to a dog report here, like I've done Sunshine's and theirs today, so you go
Yeah.
to the enhanced report, right here is their tones. It already generates their tones for them.
It
and you just
generates us
play 'em
off
right here.
off of the frequency.
Say again. Yes, it just does it off of the information that you've plugged in for the animal. The breed, their date of birth, their name, their picture.
Okay. So
Oh, and Tammy, too.
the pet harmonics are going to be the same every time?
No, they change. They
Okay.
change all the time according to what the animal needs.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that my clients are not having an issue playing these harmonics in their barns to these horses.
No.
Now they're actually loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a horse early on that the lady, it's a friend of mine and a client, a longtime client, but her horse was having breathing difficulties, and she noticed after playing its harmonics the first time, you could she goes, you could physically see the horse breathing better after his harmonics were played.
Wow.
Okay. So, all right. Anybody else have anything they would like to share? Any testimonials? Anything on anything else that we own?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
If you're gonna do an easy scan on somebody, but you don't have their voice, say you do their vitals and comprehensive, like say you do it a couple times a week, but in between you want to do the easy scan and don't have the inner voice. Can you just leave that blank? And then I know you can do it, but it's not going to be accurate.
Yeah, it's not going to be accurate. You need some breathing, some crying, something from the person.
Okay.
I mean, there would be no reason to do the easy scan. I'd just do the quick scan if you're looking for the supplements, and then just continue doing the vitals and the comprehensive.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Any other testimonials? Go for it.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is there a PTSD playlist anywhere?
Oh, I know I have several. I'll send you some.
Okay, I have a brand new client who told me today that she has PTSD from not being taken care of after surgery, and the pain got really out of control. And so
Okay.
that would be much appreciated.
I will send that over to you.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Any other testimonials?
I'll tell you about my daddy. He's 91. 91, doesn't take a pill one. And last Sunday, they took him to the hospital and his heart was very irregular. So I did a scan on him remotely because I wasn't there. And I sent it to Tammy too, because I was like, what am I looking at? So dehydration, a lot of little heart issues come up. He got hydrated and he's fine now. He hasn't had any other issues, but his bladder did pop up. So I've been sitting in bladder frequencies and he doesn't burn anymore. And he said he doesn't hurt. So, and yesterday I'm trying to explain that to him and he's like, no, I just don't understand this. And I said, Dad, it's okay. He's 91. I'm not going to even try to explain it to him because he doesn't understand the quantum. So anyway, he goes, how am I getting these? And I said, it's just, do I do anything? Do I get to see anything? I was like, no. But anyway,
No.
So he's better. His bladder infection's gone and it's not coming up anymore. So
yay, yay, yay. That's good news. That's good news. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing.
mm-hmm.
We got 5 more minutes, guys.
Okay, Tammy, give me, like when people say, how does this work? This is what I say, just to keep it simple. But I would like an elevator speech of some kind. That I go, how does your cell phone work? And they go, I don't know. I said, works the same way as a cell phone. Is that good enough? I mean, that seems
that's pretty much kind of one of the things that I use. I also will use a lot of people don't even know how EKGs work or ECGs, anything like that. And they'll go to the medical doctor and they'll let them plug it in and then they never question that. It's the same thing with cell phones. We don't know how that works. We don't know how electricity works, but we trust it. It's the same way with frequencies. Everything has a frequency, and it's as long as that person's information is put in that scanner, it is going to that person. And just like when we pick up our cell phone and we go to dial Bob, we're not going to get Karen. We're going to get Bob because we put in his phone number. So it's the same way with the scanner. When we put in this information about this person, then, that's who it's going to. It's going to Tammy Ward. And it's, now we don't even have to have a picture put in here, but we've got our picture, we've got our weight, our height, our first and last name. It is directly going to us through the ether. And the ether is all around us. It's just like electronic prayer, so to speak. I mean, early on we would say that, even Lauren said it. It's kind of like, when you pray to your Heavenly Father, you don't question whether or not He's listening to those prayers. It's still getting to our Father. So it's the same way with the scanner. It's frequencies. And I'll have to bring up an old demonstration that one of my mentors did. He actually put the scanner in a metal box and then had a radio outside the metal box. And then when he pulled the scanner outside the radio and went to tune it, you could hear those frequencies through the radio. But then as soon as he put it in the metal box, you couldn't hear nothing, but the frequencies were still going. So that metal box created like a Faraday cage so that the frequencies couldn't go anywhere. But outside of that metal box, those frequencies just went everywhere. So it was just a fascinating demonstration to kind of help you understand how it really works. So I'll try to look for that video again, see if he'll
Well,
share.
I understand them, but when you go to explain it to somebody, I just found that just telling them it works like a cell phone, that seems to be working for most everybody.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand quantum physics.
No. Well, most people don't even understand how electricity works, but yet they'll flip that switch on. And they know that it's going to come on. They can't explain it.
Right.
But, it's the same thing with this. It's really hard to explain, but just feel it. Just try it. And you're going to notice some things. That's what I tell them.
In the video chat, if you look, I posted a YouTube video that was done by Solex that talks about how it works. So
good. Thank you, Sherry.
click on that.
Yeah. Click on that video and save that, or save the chat so that you can. All right, guys, it is 7:29. We are going to go ahead and cut the call down. Solex update is next up. If you go to the YouTube, you can pull up the Solex YouTube channel, and our update call will be coming on in the next minute. So thanks everybody for being here, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.